Bob Saget is gone, but he's definitely not forgotten. The Full House family man left behind a family of his own that was no less loved and appreciated than the Tanners. Here's how his daughters have forged their own paths. Bob Saget and Sherry Kramer's eldest daughter is Aubrey Saget. She was born on February 15, 1987, and earned a master's degree in fine arts from New York University. She lives and works in Brooklyn, New York, and her art is featured on her Instagram page and her official website. Her medium is oil on canvas, and she paints pictures of natural landscapes and flowers with titles like California and White Flowers Up North. She works as a professional artist, and her paintings have been displayed at the Halsey McKay Gallery in East Hampton, New York. Her social media presence generally focuses on her artwork, and she doesn't post much about her private life. Her husband, Andy Cabell, though, does. Saget married Cabell in an outdoor ceremony in Mexico in 2022. The country is a destination that seems special to the couple because, in January 2020, Cabell posted a selfie of himself and Saget on Instagram. He wrote, "I've spent the better half of a decade with this wonderful person. We're in Mexico together and neither of us has diarrhea, so 2020 is going great." The couple got engaged in December 2020, and Cabell celebrated the moment with a post on Instagram. The photo of their special moment was taken on the sand dunes at White Sands National Park in New Mexico. Cabell has made no secret of his affection for Saget. In a sweet, Stephen King-referencing Instagram post to celebrate her birthday in 2019, he wrote, "Happy birthday to this fabulous human being who brought me home 5 years ago, took care of me, and broke my legs with a sledgehammer so I couldn't leave. You make me a better person every day." Lara Melanie Saget is the second daughter of Bob Saget and Sherry Kramer. She was born on October 16, 1989 in New York. The loss of Bob Saget was felt by many, but none more so than his daughters. The Full House actor was found dead in his hotel room at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando, Florida, in January 2022. He was 65. In June 2022, on Father's Day, Lara posted a throwback of herself and Bob on Instagram. In the caption, she got emotional as she praised the actor for being more than her dad. He was also her best friend. She continued, "He wore his heart. He didn't hide it. He wasn't afraid of love. I have noticed how scary it can be to love that big, to open so fully. It can be easier to be angry, fearful, negative. My dad taught me that it doesn't matter what life throws, how hard, how painful, how seemingly impossible. It doesn't stop that love. He chose love, always." This isn't the first time that Lara has praised her father for his love and how freely he gave it. In an Instagram post on January 27, 2022, she had also posted a throwback photo of herself and Bob, writing, "To anyone afraid to love, unconditional love is the greatest of gifts. My dad loved with everything he had." She encouraged others to try to be more like her father in this way.
It's a gift to be able to be with people and make them laugh.
Lara Saget learned many lessons from her father, including the value of kindness. In an Instagram post from February 2022, Lara posted a sweet throwback photo of her father playing with her and her sisters. His view of life has impacted his daughter in many ways, as she now understands the importance of telling others how she feels. She wrote, "It is a gift to know that nothing was left unsaid. My dad recently said that all he wanted to do was make people laugh and to spread kindness and love. For me, to honor him is to live that, no matter what life throws. Be kind and love fully." Bob Saget has long been celebrated for being one of the nicest people around. His Full House co-stars released a joint statement at the time of his death. 35 years ago, we came together as a TV family, but we became a real family, and now we grieve as a family. Bob made us laugh until we cried. Now our tears flow in sadness, but also with gratitude for all the beautiful memories of our sweet, kind, hilarious, cherished Bob." Lara Saget is a creator of sculptures and jewelry, much of which she shares on her Instagram account. In November 2023, Saget was incredibly excited to share a new project she had been working on for a long time: the wearable sculpture she made for her glass ring and glass nail collections. The collection was on display at the Trotter and Scholler Gallery. Each piece has a thoughtful name inspired by, quote, "an extinct volcano," with their imagery suggesting the genesis of a new material forged from the union between a light substance and the density of deep earth. The passionate artist has also posted photos showing the process of creating her work, including her time in the glass studio. Lara's Instagram page is filled with photos of her doing yoga and showing off her flexibility. Saget has her own website, Lara Saget Yoga, which states that she is a specialist in power vinyasa. She gives lessons privately and to groups. In an interview with Biologic Life, she gave more insight into why she became a yoga teacher. I have been practicing yoga since I was 4 years old, or perhaps since I could recognize conscious movement. I was my mom's yoga baby, so to speak. She started doing yoga when she was pregnant with me. Growing up, Lara continued yoga, but it wasn't until her teens that she began to teach it. I worked in an orphanage in Brazil and decided to attempt to teach yoga. I found it incredible how yoga can be such a universal point of connection. In that moment, I knew that spreading yoga was something that I wanted to do. Jennifer Bell Saget is the youngest child of Bob Saget and Sherry Kramer. She was born on November 18, 1992. While her sisters have opened their lives to the public with their social media accounts, Jennifer keeps her Instagram private. What is known about Jennifer and her sisters is the close relationship they shared with their father. Bob told People in a 2016 interview, "They are the light of my life. I am a fortunate man in that all 3 of my daughters are exceptional. They are very high beings, very smart people, very wonderful and very brilliant, very beautiful." Bob Saget was celebrated as a television dad, but he was just as impressive when the camera stopped rolling. The way he has spoken about his daughters in the media makes it clear how much love and pride he felt for them. In a 2020 Facebook post, he discussed what being a father meant to him. "I had no idea I was a good dad until my 3 daughters became the strong, beautiful young women they've become. Although when this was taken, they were 4, 7, and 9. I was hoping I'd be a good dad, but I was only learning. So damn proud of them." Bob Saget and Sherry Kramer divorced in 1997. His daughters have their own bond with their mother and have chosen to keep it out of the spotlight. However, a relationship that has been reported on is their connection to their stepmom, Kelly Rizzo. Rizzo and Saget were introduced in 2015 and married in 2018. It was a moment that filled Saget with immense joy. He posted a photo from their wedding day on Instagram. "Okay, so we went and did it, and damn are we happy." The actor has also spoken about Rizzo getting along with his daughters. Saget told Us Weekly in 2018, "Kelly and my daughters love each other, so it really is some magical thing that happened." In June 2022, Rizzo gave some insight into her relationship with Aubrey, Laura, and Jennifer Saget when she responded to a fan's question on her Instagram account about whether they still stay in touch following Bob's death. Rizzo responded, "I'd call it more than getting along. We love each other very, very much and talk or text every day. And we're just so grateful to be as close as we are because it's not always the case with stepfamilies."
Having his girls so close to me all the time and being with them and just being in this together, it's made it, as bearable as can be.
Bob Saget's most famous role was arguably on the television series Full House. Although his performance as Danny Tanner made him one of the most iconic TV dads of all time, his real-life daughters were not allowed to watch it. The star told Kit Hoover and Billy Bush in an Access Hollywood Live interview, "I kind of forbid them to watch it. It was forbidden. It was a kids' show. It was a lovely family kids' show. But I'd done it all day. Would you go home and watch a kids' show after you did it all morning?"
Am I the raddest, baddest dad a kid ever had?
You were until you said that.
Although this decision sounded like it was more about Saget than his daughters also knew the cast, including Jodie Sweetin, so it sounds like it might have been a strange experience watching the show.
Jodie slept over the house. Aubrey was her friend.